Hi, it's Warren with ZenPro Audio. Welcome to ZenTV Weekly. Sorry I missed you last week. I was actually in New York City at the AES show. It was a great show, I have to tell you. Spirits were high, lots of new gear hitting the streets, very well attended. So there were certain things that were cut back about the show, but I have to tell you, not only did I have a blast, but it was great seeing everybody there. Man, wonderful. So for you guys that were able to make it there, you know what I'm talking about. It was very cool. New brands that we actually picked up this week at the show. Apogee. Apogee converters will now be added to our converter test and will be for sale on the ZenPro site. Very excited about the Apogee brand. It's one of those things where we just kind of looked at each other and said, it is time. It's time for ZenPro Audio to sell Apogee. So very excited on that. Autac, the awesome transistor amplifier company. These guys are really doing some cool stuff in 500 series. Very unique preamp EQ, but also a mixer, okay? You have to check it out on the site and see how it's configured, but we're very excited with Autac. They're a small company, which we totally dig. Josephson microphones. Also, ZenPro Audio is coming on board this week and placing our opening order now. Very excited to be getting clips of those mics out for you guys to give you some context in the very near future, but Josephson we can now help you with. As well as Ocean Audio, the Art Console, and the 500 series pre's and EQs, which are actually in stock now. So we have those ready to go as soon as you order. I wanted to give you a quick rundown of what I saw as far as new releases at the show. Most of these products were on display at the show, were announced at the show. Some are just starting to ship. Others will be later this year or early 2014. First up, the AES N22 Nuvo ribbon microphone. Wes and gang had this mic on display. It's so much more beautiful than the already beautiful pictures of it on the web. Wow, super cool mic on order. Those are going to be shipping from here probably in about 2 weeks. The Bettermaker EQ542. This is an alternative to, or in addition to, their already 500 series stereo digital controllable EQ. You could actually buy the 542 and add it to the existing unit that they have so that you could form a complete Bettermaker just like they have in the rack, okay, with very similar control. So those are going to be shipping soon as well. Isoacoustics launched a new modular system that will allow a mount for big speakers, also guitar caps and things like that, and they would even be able to make things to order in the future. I thought that was very cool. SSL launched the Matrix 2, which is an updated version of that small console. You should check it out. Roll Music had the Valvop there, which is their opto compressor for 500 series. Again, nice small company releasing very smart products. You should check that out. It's going to be shipping very soon. Rupert Neve announced the Shelford series. It's called the 5052 Pre and Inductor EQ. Very cool. They had those on display in their booth. The Dangerous Music Compressor. Man, that booth was swamped to check that sucker out. It seems to be a very, very full-featured compressor that is aimed at everything from tracking, mixing to mastering. Very excited about that for maybe early 2014. Purple Audio had a modular 500 mixer on display, way more affordable than you would think. Very cool stuff, all the way down to the fader packs. So Andrew is just really on a roll with that modular system, man. It's awesome. The Neumann TLM 107 was announced as well. This is a multi-pattern TLM series mic from them. Very cool. I can't wait to hear it. We're getting stock on order now, and I believe that will ship later in November. Lindell was showing off the new 3-slot as well as the 10-slot power series for 500 series power supplies. Serpent Audio really on fire with the Chimera, which is his opto 500 series compressor based on the LA3A. Also the Send and Blend, which is a wet-dry mix for 500 series, very affordable, as well as the Splice Rack at 19-inch. All of these products are shipping very, very soon. I just talked to Mike about those today. Autac released their new Panner, which helps complete their 500 series as a mixer idea that they've got going. Very cool stuff. And we're also showing off a new compressor that might ship early 2014. Keep your eye on that. Cloud Microphones showed their 44A, which is a tweaked version of Roger's original microphone. Very good looking. Another one of those in-person makes you go, wow, very good looking stuff. As well as they moved the Cloud Lifter into a rack with multi-channel to help keep the cost down and make it convenient maybe for live sound guys and all of that. Electrodyne was showing off their 2501 and 2511 pre and EQ rack units. Very cool stuff, and great to see you as always, Peter Montesi. Heritage Audio showing off their tabletop 1073 units. These things are cool. Single channel 1073 stuff tends to be very hot around here. How about the fact that you can pick this sucker up and go and do gigs with it in single as well as stereo formats? Shipping very soon on those. Phoenix, the Nicerizer Junior. This is 16x2 summing mixer that is cut back as such. It doesn't have any fancy, monitoring and things like that on board. It's going to be more affordable. Rob was showing that off in the booth. It's coming very soon. The Ocean Audio Arc, as I mentioned before, Malcolm Toft gave us the rundown on that console. Very, very cool stuff. You should look at the features and the fact that you have 40 open slots of 500 series to make it whatever you want if you got the cash. Clipalator news. The AUTAC, as I mentioned earlier, brand new line here. We actually already have it added to the Clipalator as a preamp and as an EQ. So go put your ears on that. As well as the Ocean Audio preamp and EQ. So go put your ears on that as well. In other news, I mentioned this before, you've got to go check out our new video series called The Contenders. We've started with my original KM84 against the AMI F44, the Neumann KM184, as well as the new Peluso P84. Very well done. You need to put your eyes and ears on that one as well. You can tell the differences between these microphones, and we've also uploaded the audio to the Clipalator so that you can do a more direct comparison, maybe a little quicker A/B there. So that is all the hot stuff that I can think of this week at ZenPro Audio. As always, you can click on Contact Us there, and I'll personally respond and get you taken care of. And I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Thanks.